Project of English Language Arts. Teacher Afaf al-Harbi created by Reetal Abdullah Halawani from 6D. The series of unfortunate events created by Lemony Snicket. Three main characters. Violet Baudelaire, the eldest, was one of the finest 14-year-old inventors in the world. Anyone who knew Violet well could tell that she was inventing something when her long hair was tied in a ribbon. Clovis Baudelaire, the middle side, loved books, or rather the things he learned from them. Nothing pleased Klaus more than spending an afternoon filling his head with their contents, and everything he read he remembered. Sonny Baudelaire, the youngest, had different interests. He liked to bite things and had 4 sharp teeth. There was very little thing Sonny did not enjoy biting. Sonny was at an age where one mostly speaks in a series of unintelligible shrieks. Exposition. Mr. Poe walks toward them at the beach in a cloudy day. When he got to them, he told them that their parents had perished in a fire that destroyed their entire home. No one knows the precise cause of the fire, of the Baudelaire fire. All they discovered that it was started from a great distance. Within moments, the entire mansion was in flames, and just like that, the Baudelaire children became the Baudelaire orphans. Rising action. They go to live with a man named Count Olaf. He adopted them so he can steal their fortune. He makes them do a lot of chores and he makes them cook dinner for him every night. He also hit Klaus across the face and locks them in a room because they didn't do what he told them to do. He went on a trip with them and left them in the car and went to a store to get some things. But he left them on a train track. They were trying to move the car, but they didn't know how to, but they created an invention to switch the train tracks. They went to live with someone else who was very close to their parents. His name is Montgomery, and he works with reptiles. Count Olaf shows up in a disguise. The Baudelaire orphans recognize him, but Montgomery did not know him at all. At night, they tried to warn Montgomery, but they couldn't because Count Olaf was sitting in the hall. That night, Count Olaf murdered Montgomery. The police discovered that Count Olaf committed the murder, but Count Olaf got away. So they go to another person that was close with their parents again. Her name was Josephine. She is a very scared person. She gets scared of anything, but she was once very adventurous and brave. Before her husband died, he was eaten by leeches. And again, Count Olaf shows up in a disguise and tricks Josephine and makes her fall in love with him. Josephine took Captain Sam home with her and let the children shop. When they came back, they didn't find her or Captain Sam and saw a broken window, and on the floor they found a suicide note, and it said it was from Josephine. But after they read it, they figured out it wasn't Josephine who wrote the letter because it has bad spelling and bad grammar. And Josephine said her greatest joy in life was grammar. So they thought that Count Olaf made her write the suicide note and pushed her out the window. But then they figured out that she was hiding in a cave. So they took a boat and sailed to the cave Josephine was hiding in. They found her and sailed away together, but then they saw the leeches. They thought they were safe because they didn't eat anything, but turns out that Josephine had eaten something not too long ago, so the leeches started attacking the boat and it was sinking. But then they saw a boat coming to them, but turns out it was Count Olaf. The children came on the boat, and then Olaf threw Josephine to the leeches. The police thought they were rescued by Count Olaf, so they decided that to make him their guardian again. But then they told him that he couldn't get their fortune if anything happened to them. Only blood relatives and married couples can. Climax. So Count Olaf makes a play and has a plan to marry Violet, but has a plan to make everyone think it's fake. Violet refuses to say I do, but then he shows her that he put Sunny up at the roof and threatens to make her fall if she doesn't say I do. So the show begins, but Klaus has a plan to save Sunny and Violet. He decided to climb up the rope and save Sunny. The wedding was starting. Klaus made it up to Sunny, but they were going to sign the marriage paper. Klaus couldn't find the key to open Sunny's cage. following action, Klaus finally found the key to the case Sunny was stuck in, and they let everyone know that the wedding was real. They were trying to arrest him, but Klaus took the paper out of Count Olaf's hand and burned it, so they finally arrested him. Resolution. They went back to their house and saw a letter. It said it was from their mother and father. The letter said, "Dearest children, since we have been abroad, we missed you all so much. Certain events have compelled us to extend our travels. One day, when you are older, you will learn about the people we have befriended and the dangers we have faced. At times, the world can seem an unfriendly and sinister place, but believe us when we say that there is much more better in it than bad. All you must do is look hard enough, and what might seem to be a series of unfortunate events may in fact be the first steps of our journey. We hope we hope to have you back in our arms soon, darling, but in case this letter arrives before our return, know that we love you. It fills us with pride to know that no matter what happens in this life, that you three will take care of each other with kindness and bravery and selflessness, as you always have. And remember one thing, my darlings, never forget it, that no matter where we are, know that if you have each other, you have family and you are home, your loving parents. Point of view, third person. What I learned: never give up on yourself and always stick together with your family.